Okay, we're here. I'm gonna hop on the other one. Sorry, Bray, for the confusion. I just needed a little extra time for myself. We're live and the camera's backwards. Amazing. Love it. Okay, great. We're here. Thank you very much for your patience. It's all good. I'm here today a little late because I needed some time after my last couple lessons. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just gotta push things back a little bit to just lay there and close your eyes. I did want to talk today about sometimes when we need a little push and we push ourselves so hard into thinking that we have to do all the things. And if we can't do all the things, then we're not going to do any of the things. I know that is a thing that I talk about a lot with my students. I try and talk a little bit with myself about it as well, because I am that way. I'm a perfectionist. I'm like, if I can't do it all the way, I'm not going to do it, because what's the point, But that's not really helpful or useful, because more often than not, I can't do all the things because I'm human. And so I have to do just a couple things. And usually just doing one thing is enough. Like if I'm talking about practicing, if I decide that I can't do a half an hour because I don't have time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the space, I only have my practice space for 15 minutes, I can't do a half an hour. Cool, I'm not going to do it half an hour. But what I am going to do is I'm going to tell myself, I'm going to do the bare minimum right now. I'm going to do 1 minute. I'm going to sing for 1 minute, 60 seconds. And you can do anything for 1 minute. And sometimes that will lead you into a very obvious answer. Either, yes, I want to keep doing this, or no, I want to stop. I'm actually too tired for this, right? You'll get an answer very clearly probably after 1 minute of practicing. There is, of course, the layer of like, you got to warm up your voice. It's not going to feel super easy after 1 minute. Warming up and loosening up your muscles is a thing. So maybe wait a little bit to judge what you need. But my husband is a training to be a therapist, and what he always says is, whatever is worth doing half-assed is worth doing. So even if you can't do something with your full ass, if you can do it half-assed, might as well do it, right? Because half-assed is better than no ass. So I think when it comes to singing, we give ourselves so much of a ultimatum. Like, I have to sit down and play the scales on the piano. I have to figure things out. I have to get this run exactly right. And if I don't do that in my 30-minute practice time, I have failed. Raise your hand if you are a perfectionist like me. And so before we even start, we give up and we're like, nope, I'm just going to do something more productive instead that I can finish in 15 minutes, because all or nothing, right? So we go do the dishes, or we go clean the bathroom, or something that feels more like you finished. That is, I think, one of the hardest parts about being an artist and working on an art and a skill, is that it's never finished. And us perfectionists and us professional students were like, no, but I need to know how to get an A. I need to know how to do it perfectly. And I need you to tell me everything I'm doing wrong so that I can fix them, or so that I can give up now. You wouldn't believe how much I get that kind of attitude in my studio. And I get it. I understand. But just little bits, which is why I'm here. And I didn't give up. Also, like, I could have just laid in bed for another half an hour after I got that little bit of shut off my brain time. I could have just been like, nope, no live today. Sorry, guys. Too bad. I know you were here waiting for me, but no. But I'm here because I'm like, okay, I needed a little extra time. They'll understand. They know me. They understand. It's fine. They're humans too. And I'm going to show up still for a little bit. I'm probably not going to be here for a whole half an hour today just because of the energy level that I have. But we are here. We are doing the things that feel either too big to do all the way or too little to matter, right? It's usually that we give up because something feels too big to manage or too little and it doesn't matter, so why do it? But I'm here to tell you that all of those things are okay. You can do a little thing and it will matter to you later on, your future self. You can do a 1/25th of a big thing and it will matter, even if you're not doing the whole thing, even if you're not practicing the whole song, even if you're not nailing the whole aria that you're working on. Nobody in my studio is working on arias right now, but you never know who is out there working on arias. Yeah, I think it's really important to know that anything you do, even if it's just thinking about singing, is helpful. I know that sounds crazy, but even if you're like, okay, my voice is shot, I've been talking all day at work, I've been yelling, like I can't actually sing today. Great, you can still practice. I know you're like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. You can still visualize how your body would feel when you're singing that song. You can work on the struggle part that you've been working on, but in here. Because when you sing in here and you're not making any sound, your larynx is still moving. Your brain is still giving the same signals to your mechanism. And you're still moving things and you're stretching things, even if you're not putting all the pressure of singing, if you're not getting all that resistance in there. It's fine. Give yourself a day off of actually making noise. However, run through it in your head. That way, maybe you see something that you didn't before when you were too focused on singing and how you sound. This is also helpful because I talk about focus on the feeling over the sound. If you take out the sound, there's nothing to obsess over, right? Bonus. So we can focus on the feeling and notice maybe when you did before, oh, I was pushing too hard on that. I was straining too hard. Oh, I'm looking in the mirror when I'm singing now. All of a sudden I see my face scrunch up on that one part. Okay, that's a really good sign that I am doing too much in that one part. And it sounded good, so I just went over it. I just went for it. And I was ignoring how it felt. So anything you can do, even if it feels like you're not actually succeeding or doing the thing, like singing without singing, it sounds like you're not doing anything to your logical, overly responsible brain. But in my opinion, you absolutely are. I have gotten so much good work done just looking at my music and singing in my head, memorizing extra words that I didn't have before, noticing things that I didn't notice before. It really is magic. It's cool. Even just thinking about it for like 5 minutes can be something, on days when you don't have much to give. And a lot of you out there are parents and have other responsibilities. You have jobs, you have people to take care of and who you're answering to all the time. And that is okay. And you can still take the 5 minutes that you have in between things and just think about singing. Let that be enough. Let that be a success for today. Celebrate that 5 minutes that you thought that you spent thinking about singing. Celebrate the 5 minutes that you spent humming in the car on the way to something. Use those 5 minutes and then congratulate yourself and be grateful for yourself that you did that instead of listening to the stupid news, right? It's a whole lot better for your joy factor, honestly. Good, yeah. The muscles do still stretch when you're silent singing, and it's really helpful. It can be a really good warm-up, actually, to stretch before you sing, if you are a person that believes in that kind of thing. I mean, we stretch before we work out, right? So why not stretch before you sing? I watched Ariana Grande video once where she was about to sing on like a radio show or something, and she was stretching, and she was going She was pretending that she was going to sing a really low note. It's like half a yawn until your larynx pulls down. And then she was pretending like she was going to sing a really high note. And you feel your larynx pull up and you get all that stretch too. You can do the same thing with your tongue out and up. And you notice what your tongue tendencies are as well, and you get a little stretch in there too. It's very interesting. Yeah, I do this all the time. I learned so much from Ariana Grande video. that one video. I'm like, you can do that without singing? Amazing. Thank you. So yeah, a lot of these things are so much more possible than we think. Little bits do so much, even if it's just, watching 5 minutes of one of my videos and thinking about things in a different way than you did before, writing something down on a sticky note in order to practice it later when you do sit down and practice. All helpful things, which is why I created the whole Enchanted Voice program in the first place. And so this Enchanted Voice program, it really is created around this idea that if you only have a little bit of time, you can still engage and you can still become a better singer little bit by little bit. It is about the work, the quality of work that you put in, and not always about the time. Some people spend hours and hours and hours practicing every week and they don't get any better because they're not actually present, So if you're interested, let me know. I'm opening the doors for just this week. If you want to pop in and join us. And it's a monthly membership and you can cancel anytime. And if you have friends that are also singers that have not a lot of time, we'll let them know. All the info is in the bio on my Instagram. Yeah, if you are in the program, like some of you are, and you're enjoying it and you're getting a lot out of it, please share. Let people know what's happening. This is still kind of a test for me for this little lighter commitment program for people, for busy, anxious perfectionists. And I want to get as many people in there as I can and help as many people as I can, So that's why I created it, so I can talk to more of you, because I know not everybody has time or funds for full private sessions or to be in the Vocal Magic program, which is a 6-month commitment. So yeah, this is the light version of me. So hopefully it's helpful. Yeah, check it out. Ask me any questions you want. I'm here. I'm open. Though I am trying to be off Instagram more, so I may not be here 24 hours a day, but I will try and be here at least once a day and catch all your questions. Is it better to practice with music when recording practice? Do you mean when you're recording your practice sessions or when you're practicing recording things? I'm a big fan of kind of alternating, especially if you are somebody who doesn't sing a cappella very often. It can be harder, even though it feels easier because you don't have the pressure of the music. Singing a cappella is not easy. It's not easy to hold those keys in your brain. If that's not a problem for you, go for it. But oh yeah, when you're just recording your practice to post in the group, like I said, whatever works for you. Acapella is hard, but if you're just learning a song and you're not up to speed yet with it, you can totally practice acapella. Just make sure you are present with it and not just going with whatever comes out. So slow things down a little bit when you're first learning a song. Take it easy. And then once you feel ready, go for singing with a karaoke version. I'm a huge fan of karaoke versions because so often we don't sing by ourselves. We're just singing along with an original recording artist. And when we do that all the time, we get so in the habit of comparing ourselves and our own voices to their voice. And so we're always over adjusting. Sometimes adjusting it enough, but a lot of the time I see this so often. People are just like constantly fixing and saying, oh, that didn't sound as good as them. Why didn't it sound as good as them? Oh, I wasn't as high as them. Oh, I didn't have as bright a tone as them, you know? So you're always fixing and manipulating. When you do a karaoke version, you're able to just sit in it and be the leader of the vocals, right? Because there's nobody else dictating what you should be doing. There's nobody you can compare yourself to. So I'm a big fan of learning a song very slowly. Do it a cappella if you want, but make sure you're staying in key, because then we learn those patterns if we get off. Just make sure you're doing it with good habits, because when you do something over and over again, but you do it wrong, that's what sticks. So just be aware that that's what a cappella can do. If you usually have really good pitch and you're on key, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of working up to a karaoke version and having that be kind of the edge for most people, because it leads you to trust yourself a whole lot more. And that is number one. Huge. Okay, I'm gonna peace out. But thank you for being here. Thanks for showing up with me, even if it was late. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a lovely day. And yeah, I hope to see your videos in our Enchanted Voice group very soon. And if you're interested, I also have a big group for all my students that you can join and get little tidbits here and there. Anyway, just be part of a really nice community of singers who are probably feeling the same things you are. So let me know if you have questions about how to work with me. My studio is pretty dang full at the moment, so this Enchanted Voice is really the only way to get in touch with me. On a one-on-one basis, we have live calls once a month, and then I send out video little tidbits, and you can always post in our group for feedback. And you get the benefit of this lovely group of other singers who are right along with you, doing the thing, doing the work. And then it will probably be June or July that I will launch another Vocal Magic program if you're wanting that commitment and something to keep you accountable to really make your singing goals happen this year, before the end of the year. I'm here for you. I'm ready. All right. I'll see you soon. Thank you.